This is Focus Group Task 8, Part 3. If you saw this magazine on the shelf next to hundreds of others, what would make you want it to stand out for you, and why would you pick it up?
I would pick up the magazine because I would be attracted to the main cover image. If it was an attractive person, male or female, it doesn't really bother me. And I would also want bright colours so that it would stand out amongst the others, especially a really bright colour scheme as well.
What would you like to see as the cover lines, e.g. catchy slogans, humorous lines when you tell it in the magazine?
Probably catchy slogans, because then they'll stay in my mind, and if they keep on ringing around in my mind, then I'll probably want to go buy it again.
The colour scheme of the magazine is blue, red and white. Do you like it? And what colour do you think the masthead, the name of the magazine, should be?
I think the masthead should be red. It's quite a powerful colour. The blue, red and white are very good, quite patriotic, it's sort of British as well. And the blue would definitely stand out from the white. A white background would definitely be brilliant for the other colours to stand out.
From my audience research questionnaire, people said that they wanted to see a male solo artist on the front cover. Do you agree? And should the image be an artist standing in front of a white wall, like many magazines do, or should it be doing an action or have an interesting background?
If I had a complicated background, I might take attention away from the main model. If you have white, you do run the risk of it being just like that magazine. So if you have like a plain blue background, that might work quite well.
How many pictures would you like to see on the contents page, and how much text?
Pictures are better for visual because then the audience won't have to read as much, but you have to have a certain amount of text so that they can either, if you're talking about the contents page, you need to have the page numbers. If you're talking about the double page spread, it would depend on what type of article you'd need.
For the editorial, would you like to read something informal, chatty, humorous, or would you prefer it to be a basic review of what is inside the other issue?
I think I prefer it to be chatty, humorous, so it will create a sense of direct address to the reader, but in a nice, familiar way.
What would you like to see in the magazine, e.g. a Q&A of constant information, or just a free-flowing article?
Q&A is quite useful because you can actually get a personal insight from the main person, but if you have free-flowing, you could run the risk of the reader becoming bored.
Do you think the subheadings on the contents page should be fun and different rather than just stating what there is? An example from the top of the box is exclusive Taylor Swift chitter-chatter rather than just Taylor Swift Q&A.
Definitely, it will make it more like fun for the reader, and also for the audience to also engage with the person that you're talking about.
What would you like to see as the image of the double page spread Q&A, and how big would you like it to be?
I think you could have the person on one page as well as the title and also the main subheading, and then the other page could be predominantly background with the text on it. That would be quite useful.
In the Q&A, would you like to see more personal, professional questions, or a mix of both?
Both, so that it's not just going to be all immature, but also you can't have too many professional, otherwise it might not match your target audience.
Would you like to see more images and text on the double page spread?
You've got to have an even balance. I think half text, half images. If it's up to you personally, but I think me personally, I'd want to have half and half.
Would you prefer the question and answer to be different colours for each question? Would you like just be like a bold for the question and not for the answer?
You could stick with your colour scheme for that one, so have maybe a blue box and have white and red text, or you could have a red box and have white and blue text. But if it sticks to the colour scheme, that might make it seem more professional.
And how much would you pay for this magazine?
Well, some of your target audience might be earning, so I'd probably pay, if it was going to be a good magazine with a good cover mount, then I'd pay about £3, but if it didn't have a cover mount, maybe I'd pay about £2.50.
Awesome, thank you.